Alright, today we're reviewing the JMK Ride Skates. So my package came in today, and I ordered it 2 days ago, so it was promised as 2 day shipping, and it came on time, around 2 o'clock today. And today was so hot, I really wanted to go outside. It was the perfect time. So it comes with a little manual, and that has a little bit of information on them. First off, we have my little grip tapes that I bought. They're a little extra, like $8 extra, but I wanted something different from the ones that came with the package. So out of the box, you can see the orange plate, and that orange plate was actually from the Braille video. That actually got me like hella into this stuff too. Watching Braille do all those tricks. So a little info, and there's a little bag of screws, so you don't want to lose them. So I would say put them to the side, keep them in the bag. Don't do what I did, but keep them to the side. And already looking at the trucks are pretty big. They're like half a Hydro Flask, and they're pretty weighty. The whole package itself is 5 pounds, so guessing it was like half a pound for each wheel. It's pretty big. And looking at the truck, little JMK right there, pretty solid build. I actually like it a lot. Make sure to keep those papers in there too, because you don't want to lose that. A little manual on how to do it, but I'm gonna show y'all how to do it right now. And that's the black one that came with the package. So what you want to do is you're gonna find the left and right, and today we're gonna do the right one. So we're gonna line it up, and if it's on the right, you're gonna use the left of the screw, and then if it's gonna line it up again, you can use the right screw in the bottom, so it's adjacent to each other, you know, like horizontally. And tie it in, screw it in actually, one at a time, but not one at a time, like at the same time, but alternating, so you can get an even tail, like you can get an even torque around it, and it would stay in longer, preventing any rattling in the future. And that's just how it is. Now we're gonna do the left truck, and it's pretty much the same thing, but you're just gonna do the opposite of what you did to the other bolts on the other side. So same thing, we're gonna use the little guys right there, and we're gonna use the torque wrench in just a little bit to open it up. And just remember, one at a time at the same time. And then tied it in, you know. So now looking at them, they're hella cool. Like just by itself, they're hella fresh, and the bearings are so cool, and it runs so well. Let's put on the grip tape. And now the grip tape, just easily peel it off, and make sure not to cut your hand too, because they're pretty sharp. Line it on, and we're gonna do the same thing to the other one, but roll it down just to get all the little bubbles out of the way. Pretty cool. Now we're gonna move on to the next one. Same thing, peel it off, and then just line it up and roll it in with the other one. And once you roll it in, get all the air bubbles out, and you should be fine. So I realized that I accidentally put it in upside down, but it does give my skates a bit character, like upside down skulls, underworld. No, it's just a mistake. That looks great, but I really mess with it. Listening to the bearings, holding the whole thing, it's a really big product, and having it in my hands, like finally after watching a bunch of videos, was cool. So I brought him outside. Immediately when I stepped on, it was pretty fun because it's nothing like this. These are my old friend's skates, so he hates skating right now. He lets me borrow them, but it takes so much work just to move because of the square wheels. And although I'm kind of good in these videos, it's just me cruising, but I'm actually trying like my hardest to move right here. Little trick for y'all, I just learned that. But right here, trying it again, these skates feel so fluid. Like I can do this fishing motion and there's no problem. It's the wheels that actually just make everything feel so cool, because the wheels are a little bit rounded, and you can see in this video I'm just gliding, particularly just because of the bearings, and also just because of the build itself. It's all metal, the wheels are rounded, and the bearings just are silent, and they go for a long time, and that's what you want for like a longboard too, and any for skating, cruising. So you can see me doing a little bit of practice and getting the hang of it. I'm starting to speed up a bunch of times too. And just looking back at these videos, I just seen how much progress I did. So I started off and look at that. I start off and do a little bit of crossing, and that's what you should do to always start skating. Try crossing your legs in between an object, and it should be like a little fishing. And that's me just going through my backyard. Yeah, pretty cool. So that little fishing motion will be used later when you want to go faster, but that fishing motion will just be used when you want to go faster, but you know, keeping it cool. Alright guys, we're back. So if you like my skating video, respect to that. But definitely today we're going to talk about these JMK skates that I just picked up. First off, JMK skates are definitely one of the best things I've ever seen because look at this build. Everything here is metal compared to those Amazon skates that are like one piece and they have maybe like square wheels too. And definitely these have best wheels and they feel really nice and weighty in your hands. On the product description it said 5 pounds for both of these, and honestly that's pretty cool. Like, you can throw these in your bag. 5 pounds really isn't that much. You can carry 5 pounds of like chicken nuggets or something, or 5 pounds of markers. And if you have 5 pounds of markers, then you can do whatever you want in the world. But we're talking about skates today. So first thing about the skates, compared to any other thing, they are a two-piece design. And having that creativity does have that little thing that I like to call respect. Respect. Since it's a two-piece design, it definitely does allow for more creativity because you can buy individual sets, you can buy custom sets, you can get like purple here, green here, black here, white up here. So you can look like maybe Cyborg, I don't even know, Cyborg. You can look like Beast Boy if you wanted to. But I chose these and I saw these on Braille. And originally these had black grip tape if you saw earlier. And since they had black grip tape, I was thinking I want to be flashy, I want to look like cool person, you know, psych. But I just got it because look at this graphic. It says JMK Isamus. I don't know how to say it, but it's a skull. Skulls go hard. That's hella respect. If you want to buy freeline skates, definitely it's a big learning curve. Having a learning curve, it does have a little downside because I did a little graphic. So beginners start here. That's like, oh yeah, I want to do skates. But when they actually buy the skates, it goes up and they're gonna be like, I'm giving up, it's way too hard for me. And that's what it's called, a skill gap and a skill curve. This little fishing motion with your feet does take a lot of time off. And it does really hurt your feet if you don't have skating experience prior. Because definitely, I was a really athletic person, I'm really energetic. I love doing sports, I skate, I rollerblade, I play basketball, I play soccer, I play football. And I was in track, I did pole vault too, that crazy stuff. And that really built my core strength and my lower body strength. And these two things definitely kill your abs. I didn't feel that. That's what I saw a bunch of people post on Instagram and all the review pages, is that their abs hurt or their legs hurt. Honestly, it just comes from your prior experience to whatever you did. Like, if you start off with freeline skates, obviously it's just gonna be so difficult, but once you learn it, you're just gonna be cruising on the beach every day. These skates are $120. Do you really want to spend $120 for like little orange things with little skulls on them? I would say definitely a good price because you're not paying for just the product, you're paying for the people that do devote their lives to the product. From JMK Ride, I've been watching videos of them doing all these crazy stuff, connecting with the fans, having good like policies too. And just their overall message really spoke to me because they want to make a good brand that's reliable and helps people new and old just to free skate around. And ever since I saw Kuma Films, shout out to you Kuma, all right? Kuma Films, maybe like 4 years ago, I was so amazed by the freeline skates, and 4 years later, I have my own, and I bought one of the most expensive ones. I spent maybe like a fourth of my paycheck with these, but it was way worth it. 120 bucks for just like easy work. I would say it's a steal. They do have a shock pad, which does help from little bangs on the ground, a little bit of a spacer, if you know what I mean, like little spacers in between bearings from the bolt. If you were ever gonna get into freeline skating, I would recommend you start off with like the cheap ones, Amazon, 20 bucks, 40 bucks, because as I said, the skill curve. If you buy something that's $120 and don't have the willpower, honestly, I almost gave up first day because my friend bought them. They were 30 bucks on Amazon. And I was just thinking, it's so hard, I'm never gonna learn this. And then I actually learned it and I bought my own skates and now I'm just getting better. So definitely, if you were gonna start off, I would say get the cheap ones and then work your way up. Maybe spend like a month or two with the cheap ones. But if you wanna go full send, just buy these. Convex, concave, I don't know, but these wheels help so much. If you can see right here, there's no flat point. And it's pretty much just mostly curved too. That allows for the fishing motion and everything. My final thoughts on these. So All right, my final thoughts on these. Definitely, if you're a pro, buy them. And if you're a beginner, buy them. But if you're just like thinking about it, like, do I really want to buy something that's $120? You can buy like 120 chicken nuggets with that, or like 120 markers. You can like draw different things. You can even make designs like this with markers. Why would you want to spend 120 on that? Honestly, it's just because it's over quality. Like, it's not just because you're paying for like the JMK brand. Nah, you're paying for something that's actually good, with the wheels, the bearings, interchangeability, colors, colorways, presets. All these things are on their website. So go to jmkride.com and you should be set up there. It will direct you to your store. And when I bought these, they were only 2-day shipping. And 2 days is pretty good compared to all those big tech companies like Amazon, eBay. I don't even know about you, eBay. But yeah, 2-day shipping for these products, and they're based in San Diego. But I live in California, so that definitely makes it easier. But 2-day shipping though, respect. All right, I'm sweating like a motherfucker. So my final conclusion, part 2. Definitely JMK Rides are actually one of the best freeline skates out there compared to any other Amazon or eBay skates, or any little skate that you can find. And comparable to skateboarding, definitely it's gonna be a workout. It's not gonna be like a longboard wheel, although it's like a longboard wheel. But imagine having rollerblades that don't attach to your feet. Imagine having a ripstick that's taken apart with longboard wheels, but it feels like you're swimming. That's what these feel like. I'm not really sure what to say about it. Final thoughts, part 3. Price point, it's agreeable. It's because, honestly, you don't really see these type of wheels anywhere. And the type of bearings they use, if you go to a skate shop, like, bearings are kind of expensive too. And they're not something they should take lightly, because these things just spin almost forever. And that's one thing you want when you're coasting. This is definitely a workout. So JMK Ride, if you ever see this video, I'm down to make content for you. I'm learning these every day. Me and my homies, we're all gonna learn. So if you ever wanted to reach out, I'll reach out to you too. All right, if you ever wanted to follow me anywhere, my links are down in the description. All the songs in this video were made by me too. So definitely check out my Spotify, my YouTube, SoundCloud, Amazon Prime Music. I don't even know anything y'all listen to. Pandora, iHeartRadio, anything. I just make a bunch of music, so I'm gonna make more soon. Definitely stay tuned for the next video, and peace out, y'all. Respect.